morning, besties. All right. Let's do a little bit of going over a little bit of the Fanny Flamin' crappity crap from yesterday. A lot of people in the comments from the shorts are very misinformed. Now, I know those people will not look at this long form video, but I'm going to make it anyway. A lot of people seem to be confused as to what exactly is going on around here. I know a lot of the black women are like, she's a black woman. So they all hyped up about that. Then there's the people who are Republicans, I guess, or right wing people. They're like, she deserves it. She deserves it. It's not right. Poor Trump. Poor Trump. Child, y'all know I don't believe in no poor Trump at all. But anyway. Then you got everybody else in the middle that's just out here talk, and seem very ignorant. A lot of people are very ignorant, okay? So we're going to go to our pal, our friend, Nate the lawyer. Shout out to Nate the lawyer. He has been covering this. He's live. Shout out to him. I've been listening as much as I can because this is crazy. We already knew, y'all. We already knew, right? All right. So people are saying the defenders of Fanny, she did nothing wrong. She did nothing wrong. It's just Trump, Trump, Trump. She did nothing wrong. It's Trump, Trump, Trump. First of all, and most importantly, this got started by way of Joycelyn Wade. Everyone, for some reason, wants to just forget that little tidbit when Nathan got his comeuppance and said, I'm out, biatch. And she probably knew, honestly, that something just wasn't right. She gathered those statements up, took them to her daggone lawyer, and then they said, hold up. Joycelyn brought all this to the forefront because he tried to divorce her after he got that over $650,000 from Fanny. Like, all that just goes out the window, right? Remember the sealed divorce paperwork? Where people were saying, lawyers, legal, were saying it's weird to have something like that sealed. It was sealed. So then the one defendant from this election case, I don't know his name, found out about it and said, now I don't know. Now this is the part I'm not sure of, whether Joycelyn reached out to him or whether he heard something and reached out to Joycelyn or the lawyers or whatever, but he found out, not Donald Trump. That defendant found out. And he said, oh, no. This is improper, something that ain't right, that these people shouldn't be prosecuting me when they have the nerve and the audacity to be in cahoots with one another while they're sitting up here trying to tell me. Is how this really got started. And then after that, Trump, of course, got on the bandwagon with probably the rest of the defendants because they're trying to get out of it. We know that, all right? Not even about him at the end of the daggone day. But that's the biggest draw name. So they're going to go ahead and say it's him. He's definitely jumped on the bandwagon now, but he did not have anything to do with this. Let's keep it straight. It was Joycelyn. I am team Joycelyn. Let me speak for myself. I'm team Joycelyn. Even though I feel like she didn't, shout out to Joycelyn, y'all. I think she just dropped a bomb, like the Gap Band, and then she just slinked on up out of here and said, do with it as you will. Because honestly, at the end of the day, in my opinion, I don't know law. Okay, this is just my opinion for normalcy, even though we living in the Twilight Zone, right? There's going to be a scar on both of their names, meaning Fanny and Nathan. They can have a relationship. They can go F around on every cruise ship that they want to, be in Belize, be in Bahamas, be in Africa. Shout out to my Africans. That's not even the point. When you're having relationships at work, I've said it plenty of times, you got to be careful on who you are and where you at and who you messing with, because it could come back and bite you in your ass. You need to be on the same daggone level at minimum. But you definitely can't be passing off no daggone money of over 300, I forget the total amount, but like $400,000 to $500,000 more than the same people who did the same damn thing. Those two people were white. Remember, she hired 2 men and 1 woman. One was Nathan. The other 2 was a white woman and a white man. And their income is much, much less. So it's a look of impropriety. It doesn't look equal. But if it was the other way around, black people would be having a daggone fit about it, calling it racism. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. If it was 2 black people who got paid $100,000. We're gonna just keep even numbers. And then there was some white woman who did the same job, or even a white man, it don't matter. And they was being paid $650,000. And then you found out that the person that decided how much money you get is somebody that you effing in the background. Do y'all not see this? Am I crazy? Just do any old thing, because this is what it is. As usual, shout out to you coloreds, you Negroes, you blacks, you ebonies, okay? Because if somebody black, you want to absolve them, you want to excuse it, you want to say it's okay, it's not right, it's not fair. After everything we've been through, white supremacy, discrimination, and racism, you can call me all the names that you want to. I see it. And plenty of other people see it too. Y'all can't make sense even with things that are right in your face and make sense. Y'all just want to make sure that they can just continue on because they black. Just like Tiffany Henyard, I'm sure y'all fine with her. Just like Brandon Johnson, I'm sure y'all fine with him. Just like Brandon Scott, I'm sure y'all fine with him. People out here messing crap up, doing things incorrectly. But what? People do it too. But what? People do it too. Okay. Then keep on. And then as you losing your reputation, as you losing your job, as you losing your livelihood, as you losing everything that you worked hard for, everything that you went to college for, everything that you paid them loans back with, and then you end up with nothing, ruined reputation, end up like Monique, can't work no daggone where, on the internet whining, complaining every day, half of the daggone night, saying that you never do anything wrong, accepting no accountability for anything. If that's the life that you want, go right ahead. If that's what you strive to do, have at it. If that's what y'all want to support, good for you. At the end of the daggone day, it's an inappropriate, it's a look of impropriety. And I don't know no other legal terms about it. But in normal work, not in this DA stuff, but in a normal job in corporate America, first of all, you can't be fraternizing. You definitely can't be fraternizing. And I'm not sure I'm saying it right. Fraternizing with someone that's your boss, or someone that's your subordinate, even though I know it's kind of consulting with them, so it's a little bit different. But in regular world, you can't do that. And you most definitely can't be giving somebody raises in income that is disproportionate from everyone else and then end up being somebody that's sleeping with them. Fani, because I think Nathan just answered the questions, even though it looks like they both lied, under oath, mind you, about when their relationship started. But whatever. But let's go ahead and listen to this little part here by Nate. Shout out to Nate the lawyer, and hear what he has to say.
Well, no, look. I object to you getting records. You've been intrusive into people's personal lives. You're confused. You think I'm on trial. These people are on trial for trying to steal an election in 2020.
I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you.
Judge McAfee, who is overseeing the Georgia election case against Trump, allowed Trump and his co-defendant extraordinary leeway in the questioning of the district attorney, Fani Willis, and one of her special prosecutors, Nathan Wade, on the stand. The fact that they were even on the stand was surprising. An affidavit, a document done under penalty of perjury, had already been filed by them stating the nature and timing of their relationship and how they shared finances between them. It was more than enough information for the judge to rule on the conflict of interest.
Now, just so we can be clear about why she's being deceptive, that wasn't enough, right? And the reason why it wasn't enough is because we had 2 live witnesses that said they were lying in those things, right? We had a live witness, her friend, saying what they said in that affidavit was a lie. We had records saying what they're saying when that affidavit wasn't true. So that's the reason why the judge said we're going to have testimony, right? The defendant had to bring up the witness, and the witness got on the stand and said, when did the relationship start? 2019. In their affidavits. Remember, the point that I think that obviously she's not going to say, but Wade has even admitted that what he said in those affidavits were untrue, right? Because remember, he was like, my marriage really ended in 2015, even though it officially ends 2020. So when I said it, I was really thinking about something. Now, that was Wade's, in other words, I lied, but I really didn't lie. she's saying the judge improperly forced them to testify. But listen to it. We'll continue to go on.
Issue. But Judge McAfee, who was appointed as recently as 2 years ago, went out of his way to appear impartial and not only scheduled the hearing, but gave the defense attorneys wide leeway in their questioning. This does not bode well.
Now, yesterday when we were here, the judge was like, I don't want to hear that question. That question is he was very protective of Fani Willis. But again, this is extremely left wing here, so it doesn't, for them it doesn't matter, right? If anything that doesn't suit that in particular, I'll watch a right wing channel. This is the exact opposite. But this is what she's saying. But listen to how she's characterizing everything we saw from yesterday. Listen to how I don't want to say confusing it is. Listen to how how dishonest it is, because it's very dishonest. Nate, love your stream, Nate the lawyer. I'm just saying, Forbes Breaking News has a great video quality and sound. Just for, all right, you know what? I was using Forbes yesterday. I'll check them out because I have MSNBC right now. But I'll check out Forbes. Let's continue on with this. Now listen to
what the trial will look like. That's the thing. Trump always argues that he is receiving special treatment and being prosecuted against. But the fact is that he is given so much more latitude than a typical defendant. There is no way a criminal defendant would have been able to get the district attorney prosecuting his case on the stand to question the sharing of payments regarding personal private trips.
Now, just so we understand.
Before Nathan goes into it, isn't it interesting, like he said, about this far left-wing journalist, I guess, quote unquote, when Fani marched her ass down there, she said that many a times. I ran down here when Nathan was done. Nobody forced her to do anything. She wanted to get down there. It would only make sense that I be next, right? With her attitude, like somebody called her ass down here from school and she was outside at recess. Girl, what am I missing right now? This lady on the screen is so full of shit.
Fani Willis wanted to testify.
Thank you.
Right?
Okay.
She went there and the judge was like, hold up. I haven't decided whether you had to testify or not. The judge said, are you sure? She said, no, I waive it. I want to get on the stand. I want to tell my truth.
Aren't we tired of the lies?
Mm-hmm.
But she's making it seem to those millions of people, there's millions of people who watch this channel. She's making it seem like the judge, you must testify. That didn't happen.
Right.
That absolutely did not happen. But it's the characterization of it, right? This is what the judge forced her to do. This is out saying Trump is getting favorable treatment. No, not at all. She said she wanted to testify. And the personal private payments are public funds being siphoned, because that's the scheme here, right? The scheme here that the judge is looking into is that whether the DA was siphoning public funds through Wade so she can benefit. I give you $10,000. I pay you $10,000 for work. You go cut the check and give me $5,000 and we go on trips, right? That's the scheme here. That's a scheme that is illegal no matter where you're at.
Shout out to Nate. That's the same difference as what I was saying as far as corporate America is concerned. You can try to dress it up as a pig all you want to. It's still a daggone pig, and that's the point. And I'm glad that I'm seeing it exactly the way that it is, just like he saw it. This woman on the screen, just over here, just lying. Trump is not even in this daggone courtroom. That's the biggest name. That's why they got to continue to drop it. And like Nate said, there's millions of people that follow them that listen to that, and they're going to just not use critical thinking like most of the people who are commenting, and utilize what it is that you actually know, but you want to paint it the way that you want to, whether it is because you're a woman, whether it's because you're black, whether it's because you're friends of Nathan and Fani, even though it looked like they friend said, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it, and I'm going to tell the daggone truth because y'all not going to get me all hemmed up because we wasn't taking all that pleasure. People want to... Listen. People are going to meet people for the most part at work. You spend a lot of your time there when you're not home. You spend many of an hour at work. So it makes sense that you find someone that you like at work. But people think they can do whatever it is that they want And enough of the time that you can. But when it comes to the conflict of interest at work, that's the problem. That's the problem, and people just don't seem to give a damn. You can't be somebody's boss and giving the person that you're messing with the best raise, and everyone else gets pittance, and don't think that that's not going to get looked at if found out. It is what it is. And the people, if you people were on the receiving end of the person who didn't get the benefit, you would be upset too. The thing is that could come next, in my opinion, allegedly, maybe, I don't know, but enough people probably want to stay out of this mess, is if the other two people who are alongside Wade decide that they want to sue for, I don't know what it's called, but not getting the same treatment, disparate treatment, something like that. Okay. That would really be a bombshell then. But like Nate has said, and like I've heard other people say, people who work in the same courthouses, the lawyers, the judges, they all know each other. They all friends. They all cool. Now listen, all I'm saying right now is that they know each other. So don't know if the other two lawyers will. They could come back and say racial discrimination, y'all. They really could. The black boss gave the money to the black man, but didn't give it to the two white people. And at the end of the day, y'all, Fani has, in essence, ruined her reputation. Not with the blacks in Atlanta, I'm sure, or Fulton County. I'm sure they will re-elect her. But the decision is whether or not she's going to be on the Trump case at the end of the day. That's what this is all about. She could have recused herself, and this would have been a done deal, and all this stuff wouldn't have been looked into and carried on with. But that's just too much, right? Whatever. Anyway, so I just wanted to show that part and speak on this a little bit, because some of the people in the comments is upset. Child, don't be upset with me. Be upset with your mama. I ain't got nothing to do with it. You all can ignore the information all that you want to. You can defend Fani all that you want to, but she looking half damn crazy. And honestly, at the end of the day, Nate is a little bit low key, but he a little half damn crazy too, because we didn't synced Jocelyn. Now we all know everything is relative, but we synced Jocelyn and we synced Fani, and child, I think, me only, my personal opinion, he may have been done with his wife. Okay, they probably were done. I do believe that part, for whatever their reasons was, right? But he definitely took advantage of the situation, in my opinion, allegedly, with Fani in order to increase his income, and he got to lay it down. But I don't see Nathan Wade life with Fani Willis, for lack of a better way to describe it. Okay, I don't see no marriage. I don't see no on the horizon living happily ever after. But I could be wrong, but that's just what I think. But we shall see. Anyway, y'all, that's it. That's all. Make sure you subscribe to this daggone channel. Hit the like button, comment. I see you all in the next one.
We do not care.